Yo, wake up! It's Sunday, and you know what time it is. Sunday! Smack ho! OG Diamond Dave in the booth. Bam Bam Tendo free in the zone. We break it all down. Smack talk, smack talk, smack talk, smack talk. Sunday, roll that tape. We fire it up, we don't hit no breaks. Boot it up, watch the crew all sway. It's smack talk, baby, every Sunday. Smack talk Sunday, roll that tape. We fire it up, we don't hit no breaks. Boot it up, watch the crew all sway. It's smack talk, baby, every Sunday. I'm Dave on the mic, we breaking it down. Bam Bam right there, laying stats all around. NFL picks, yo, we chasing that win. Fantasy football, where do we begin? Prop bets hitting, over unders in sight, stacking them racks. Man, we try every night. Chat's going wild, throwing takes in the zone. On Sunday Smack Talk, you're never alone. Go! Smack Talk Sunday, roll that tape. We fire it up, we don't hit no breaks. Boot it up, watch the crew all sway. It's Smack Talk, baby, every Sunday. Smack Talk Sunday, roll that tape. We fire it up, we don't hit no breaks. Boot it up, watch the crew all sway. It's Smack Talk, baby, every Sunday. Smack Talk Sunday, money talk day. Smack Talk Sunday, rack it up day. Smack Talk Sunday, money talk day. Smack Talk Sunday, rack it up all day. Bam Bam with the lines, Dave got the takes, breaking down spreads, over unders and stakes. Fantasy fever, we chasing that crown in the red zone now. Never backing down, racks on racks. We be laughing out loud, win or lose, we still hype up the crowd. This ain't luck, it's the vibe we command. Sunday Smack Talk, mic in hand. Smack Talk Sunday, roll that tape. We fire it up, we don't hit no breaks. Boot it up, watch the crew all sway. It's Smack Talk, baby, every Sunday. Smack Talk Sunday, roll that tape. We fire it up, we don't hit no breaks. Boot it up, watch the crew all sway. It's Smack Talk, baby, every Sunday. Streams loaded, grab your snacks. Place those bets, set those stacks. The Smack Talk starts in 3, 2, 1. SST, SST. 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 Yo, wake up! It's Sunday, and you know what time it is. Sunday! Smack ho! OG Diamond Dave in the booth. Bam Bam Tendo free in the zone. We break it all down. Smack talk, smack talk, smack talk, smack talk. Sunday, roll that tape. We fire it up, we don't hit no breaks. Boot it up, watch the crew all sway. It's Smack Talk, baby, every Sunday. Smack Talk Sunday, roll that tape. We fire it up, we don't hit no breaks. Boot it up, watch the crew all sway. It's Smack Talk, baby, every Sunday. I'm Dave on the mic, we breaking it down. Bam Bam right there, laying stats all around. NFL picks, yo, we chasing that win. Fantasy football, where do we begin? Prop bets hitting, over unders in sight, stacking them racks. Man, we try every night. Chat's going wild, throwing takes in the zone. On Sunday Smack Talk, you're never alone. Go! Smack Talk Sunday, roll that tape. We fire it up, we don't hit no breaks. Boot it up, watch the crew all sway. It's Smack Talk, baby, every Sunday. Smack Talk Sunday, roll that tape. We fire it Yo, wake up! It's Sunday, and you know what time it is. Sunday! Smack ho! Hold your diamond, David. Oof. Bam, bam, techno free in the zone. We break it all down. Smack talk, smack talk, smack talk, smack talk. Sunday, roll that tape. We fire it up, we don't hit no breaks. Boot it up, watch the crew all sway. It's smack talk, baby, every Sunday. Smack talk Sunday, roll that tape. We fire it up, we don't hit no breaks. Boot it up, watch the crew all sway. It's smack talk, baby, every Sunday. I'm Dave on the mic, we breaking it down.
Why would anything work today? What's happening? What's going on? Sound check. Check 1 2 3 4 check. Okay, it looks like it's working. Oh yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning. What a week.
Yeah, I saw a TikTok this morning, Herb, about this guy. He lives in a high rise, and like the windows around his like high rise were like frostbite because it's -6 degrees.
Woo. Woo, -6 degrees. Wow. That is I heard that those are some Ohio Chicago temperatures. Those are pretty bad. I mean, we're in the teens, I think, and it feels pretty cold out here.
Yeah, I put before everything happened, I went and got a tarp to put down on the patio, so it would be a little easier to move around.
Yep.
But I still did it, because the missus goes out there and does her thing. So I went out there this morning to move the tarp, and like I think that was a good decision.
Yeah, for sure. Yeesh. What am I doing here? I'm moving these things over here. Okay, here we go. I'm doing this thing. I'm doing the thing. Hold on, wait. I'm doing something. So I think I'm doing something.
What
am I doing?
I have a relative in Pennsylvania that says that it's going to get 8 to 12 inches.
That is insanely cold, and I do not envy your relative at all.
Yeah.
Not one bit. So, yeah, there's some people I know up in the Boston area. They were saying it's going to be like 24 inches, 2 feet of snow. I'm like, that's incredible.
Well, good thing all the games are on the West Coast today.
I know, right? And then I know some folks up in Canada who said it's -34 degrees Fahrenheit right now, which is insane.
Yeah.
-34. I didn't think like Alaska or Antarctica got that fucking cold, but -34? What?
They had a news reporter who did the old science project where you take boiling water and throw it in the air, it turns into snow.
Yeah. Gotta love that.
That was pretty.
Gotta love that.
Yeah.
So where is the old? It's in the range now. They've changed a lot about the whiteboard in the last like 3 days, is what it feels like. So
That's probably why they kicked me out.
yeah, I don't like this. Yeah, I don't like this at all. But yeah, I was used to where buttons were, and now they're not there anymore. So let's go ahead and we can get back to the. Is it this button? I have no clue why it doesn't want to show anymore. Slick. Well, that's a lot of fun.
Good times.
I know, right? Hey, there we go. Look at that. Look at that. Or it's slick. It's slick up there in Chicago, Herb. That's how it is. Oh boy. So, not much to talk about. There, like the Saturday game happened. What are your thoughts? Do you have anything to share? Was it a catch? And then on Sunday, was it a catch? Like, are we going to talk about how to catch the football in 2026? Is that a thing? Have you seen the meme? Devontae Adams and Brandon Cooks side by side of the catch, not catch. Which one's which?
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think?
It was. I didn't watch much football. I'm gonna be honest. I've kind of been tuned out of it for a little bit. I've been getting highlights. I'm really locked in this week to the games because there's been a lot of noise around both. I've really been locked into coach hirings. I do think it was a catch, and then I think his butt cheek was down. I do honestly think it was a catch in Buffalo.
Yeah.
It's been a crazy week up there from the coach getting fired, and then the GM gets promoted, and then you go out and have a press conference on Tuesday morning at 10 a.m. when you think no one's going to be watching, Hello, you're the Buffalo Bills. You just fired your coach.
Right.
And then you blast one of your players who are on your team and say, "We really didn't want you. It's the guy we just fired who like advocated for you."
Right.
Like, what are we doing?
Right. Like you can't even trade him now. Everybody knows that. Like, well, you value him for nothing. So like, we're
Yeah.
not going to give you anything for. You can't even trade him now. What are you guys doing?
Yeah.
I get it didn't work out, and I get that whatever happened with Keon Coleman, like it's
I think
hopefully he goes somewhere else and performs well. But Buffalo might be a shit show. Is it a good job?
I
Is it a
think
good hire up there? You think?
um I I mean it's hard to say no, right? Because you
Josh
Josh
Allen.
Allen, but like I think we're putting are we not putting him on a pedestal? Like what have you done?
Yeah, I
Like
agree.
honestly,
I agree.
you
I
haven't
agree.
done shit. Okay, you're great during the regular season, but when the playoffs come, like you should be in the Super Bowl this year. Your path to the Super Bowl, you didn't have Mahomes, you didn't have Burrow, and that's another one for me. Like stay healthy first of all, and you got there what your rookie year or your second year, and
Yeah,
all of a
second.
sudden you're like God's gift of football, and because
Mm-hmm.
you have these offensive weapons that
Yeah.
other teams just don't have.
Yeah.
Burrow's another one, but like honestly, Brady did more with less in New England than Allen's not able to do with like the weapons they have. He had Diggs
Constantly.
for how many years? You know?
Constantly. I agree. I agree 100%. Look, I think Josh Allen is a superhuman talent, but
Yeah.
his results are not showing up, and he deserves every bit of criticism that he's going to get for that.
I think
Um,
that's why Dayball leads the way. I know you
yeah,
laughed at it when I texted you the other day, but
like Table. Didn't they see that? But I guess Coach of the Year,
but
right? He was a Coach of the
Allen's
Year.
numbers
Yeah,
Allen's numbers were the best when Dayball was there.
yeah, that's fair. That's it's a fair assessment. Look, he got a lot out of Daniel Jones, which is hard to do. He just couldn't get it consistently. So maybe Dayball might be the guy. I don't know. I thought it was interesting to see what he did in New York and then immediately be like, that's our guy. Like we get rid of the guy who's taken us to the playoffs every year, a couple of deep
Yeah.
runs, but never to the promised land. And then we're going to bring in Dayball, who he had like one of the greatest running back. I guess look, maybe Joe Sheen's the problem. Maybe Joe Sheen's the problem. Like, is that really that might be where we're at right now?
That's why they took all his responsibilities away
I
and
know,
played it off like
I know,
Hardball and Shane are going to be equals when we all know
right,
that like
right.
Shane's pretty much just there to like, hey, can you go get me a coffee from the local Wawa? You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? You
exactly.
know,
That's kind of like that's how it feels, right? It's like, well, we got this guy Joe under contract, and we can't.
he's
I
the
mean,
highest paid. He's the
yeah.
highest paid coffee getter ever.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
Yikes,
I
yikes.
just want to touch on the Keon Coleman thing though one
Hmm.
last time. It's like
Hmm.
I think he just needs the right person to come in and hold him accountable because
Yeah.
I saw it firsthand with Abdul Carter this year, who was a rookie, and in the beginning of the year, you were getting reports that he was like missing meetings, sleeping in meetings, and then you fire the D coordinator, you bring someone else in, well, you promote someone else, and then like the last 6 weeks of the season, his play went from like 0 to 60 with like a snap. You know, I
Yep.
think whether he's traded or whatever, I think the right person needs to come in there and like light a fire under his ass.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. Look, I've seen Keon Coleman play. I believe he's a good receiver. I believe he's a very good receiver. I believe he's capable of being a number one receiver. I think he just needs someone to come in there and be like, look, if you just thought this league was going to give you everything on a platter and you weren't going to
Yeah.
have to work for it, you're sadly fucking mistaken, right? Like he needs somebody to really come in there and be like, look, you got talent, but if you want talent to turn into results and results to turn into paychecks, you got to get out there and fucking perform. Because these other rookies coming in behind you and sixth, seventh rounders, they'll come in, they will outwork your ass, and the talent gap is not that big. So
No.
it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Coleman. I don't know. I think he gets it turned around eventually. I don't know if it'll be in Buffalo or not, but I
And
think
I wouldn't
you're
mind.
looking at
I
a
wouldn't mind
Pittsburgh
having him.
Steeler. Yeah, yeah, he might. Yeah, Giants might pick him up. To
You know,
me, he screams, "I'm going to the Steelers." Type of year for him. But we'll see. Speaking of Steelers, they have a new head coach, Mike McCarthy. Is he going to turn
they
things
do.
around in Pittsburgh? What's going to happen there? That's crazy. Couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it.
Yeah, it's definitely. I don't know what's going on in Pittsburgh. They're consistently have hired. I mean, maybe I just have a disdain for him. I don't. I've never really been a Mike McCarthy guy, but he's proven winner. He's won a Super Bowl. Um, he did make Dak look, pretty good while he was there. Um, maybe the time off from the NFL the last year or two, has revitalized him and, opened his eyes to new schemes and ways of thinking. It's going to be interesting, like I said before the show started, what happens with him and the old QB. I mean, I know you said there might be some beef there, but, they did win a Super Bowl together.
Yeah, who knows?
I
don't know.
think there's a lot bigger issues than that, though. I think,
Yeah.
the fact that they have one receiver and their running game, they need to decide, what's going to happen with that.
Yep.
I think there's a lot of questions around this, and I think this is kind of just like a 3-year, maybe 2-3 year band-aid until they find the long-term. You're never going to get a 19-year tenured coach again,
I mean, Pittsburgh's had 3 head coaches over the last 55 years. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
And the last one never went under 500.
Yeah, right. You're not going to get into Mike Tomlin, right? For sure. Like that's he seems like a one-on-one guy, but I agree. I think McCarthy's a little old to be the guy there for 20, 30 years, right? Like it feels like he's not the normal, 40-year-old coach that they hire and ride out for 20 years. Is what it felt
This
like
seems
with
like a very
Taylor and Tomlin.
This seems like one of those situations with Vrabel when he left Tennessee to go to be like a consultant with Cleveland for a year.
Yeah.
This seems like a McCarthy because he's from Pittsburgh. He
Yes.
originally, I see that a lot on the Pat McAfee show.
Oh yeah.
So this seems like a high. This seems like a what should have been Pete Carroll. What it was talked about. He's going to come in for like a 3-year deal, then transition to the front office and help like guide the future.
Yeah.
This is what this feels like to me. It doesn't
I
seem
couldn't
like
agree more.
you're
I could not
going
agree
to
more.
win a Super Bowl.
Right. I think this has come in, bridge the gap, get some good coaches, build a tree, and then promote from within. It feels like for sure. So what's up, Omega? What's going on? Your Rams are playing today. You said McCarthy is 62. Exactly. He's a little bit older than the normal. He might even be
Same
older than
age as,
Tomlin, right?
Harbaugh.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. So
But
a
Harbaugh
lot of
looks like a
experience.
young 62.
That's true. Harbaugh does look
You
like
know,
a young 62.
McCarthy looks like a beat up, like I've been through it a few times, 62.
Like, look, we're out here in the mines. We're mining coal and punching
True
steel.
Yinzer.
Yeah, true Yinzer for sure. But I don't know. I think it's a good hire. I do think he was able to
for the
get a
short
lot out of that bad Cowboys team when he was there for those 3 years. So I think he'll get a lot out of the Steelers team too. So I think it's a good hire. I do think it's a good hire.
Yeah, for sure.
Baltimore Ravens
I think
have replaced Harbaugh with Jesse Minter. Oh, sorry. I don't know if we were done with McCarthy or not. My bad.
No, we're yeah. I mean, that'll be what it is. I think I don't expect much. But then again, that division, it's seen a lot of change. So next year, if they go out and are able to recruit some good talent there, I mean that division. I mean, like you said, Cleveland still doesn't have a coach. We'll get to that in a second. The Baltimore Ravens are hiring an unknown, never been a head coach before. At least you're getting a proven head coach, has been there, done that, knows what to do, knows what not to do. So it'll be fun to see. As we go to Baltimore, like I said, he's kind of an unknown. He's coming from the offensive coordinator to a head coach. Anything can happen. I mean, Daboll came in. He took us to the playoffs his first year as a rookie head coach, won coach of the year for the Giants. And then we had 4 shit seasons after. So we'll see,
That's true. It's a dice roll.
You got
I'm with
Lamar,
you on that.
you got Lamar Jackson. The same thing with Buffalo. Whoever gets that job gets Lamar, or gets Josh Allen. They're getting Lamar Jackson. Maybe a new coach in there will, change his mindset. They got some weapons. They got Flowers. They got Henry, as far as I know, coming back. They've always had a good defense. So we'll see.
Yep. Omega says it's that Texas barbecue in Dallas with Mike McCarthy mixed with the stress of being the Dallas head coach. Maybe. Yeah, Texas barbecue might do that. I don't know. I've never had Texas barbecue myself, so you got me. Cowboys hired defensive coordinator Christian Parker. No idea who this guy is. Good luck to him. Okay, cool. Dallas is getting a new D coordinator. They needed it.
Hey, you got a Falcon guy.
Yeah, fuck this shit. The Falcons suck. This guy didn't know how to use Bijan Robinson, right? Or Kyle Pitts. Like, get the fuck out of here. What do we think he's going to do coming over here? Get out of here. I have no idea. I have no words. I have no fucking words. I have no fucking.
And then you
words.
have I didn't realize to go away from the coaching for a sec. I didn't realize things had gotten so I mean, I guess they weren't like super toxic or negative, but like the way he's been tweeting and posting, I didn't realize Rashad's White relationship had gotten so bad
I
with the
don't follow
Bucks.
it a ton. I saw something that it looked like he might have been like, nah, the Bucks didn't. I didn't give up on the Bucks. The Bucks gave up on me or something. I'm like, I don't.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. So you hate us. All right. Congratulations on your contract with the Carolina Panthers. Go ahead. Go ahead. You want to go play for them so bad or whatever you want to do? Go ahead. You know,
Well, why would you do that? You
know.
saw like I know you weren't rooting for him, but you saw like what they did to Rico Dowd in the playoff game. Dude, like was a beast for you all year, and then you ran him 5 times against the Rams in a game that you needed to win. Like, yeah, that's not a team I would want to go to if I was a
Yeah,
free agent. Seeing
no
that,
idea. Well, I just figured he liked, you know, him and Canales, they got together. He had one of his better years
oh,
under Dave Canales. And, you know, but yeah, I don't, why you go to a crowded backfield where they don't like to use the guys that produce anyway? I don't, yeah, you got me. But it's pretty rough. So yeah, I don't know. I guess things are pretty bad. It sucks. I like Rashad White a lot. I thought he was a really solid player for sure. We know that Bucky's kind of our guy, right? So like as long as he stays healthy, that'll be good. And Sean Tucker's still very good too. So
this is another example of like why I don't know if it's you or somebody I watched on one of the shows that says like free agency should come after the draft
not
because
me.
let's just say White goes to a team where he thinks he's going to be the guy, right?
Yep.
And then one of these teams goes out and drafts like the top running back. Let's say he goes to Kansas City, and Kansas
Right.
City's sitting in the top like 10, I think, this year in the draft, and they go draft that guy out of Notre Dame, who's like the best running back in the draft this year. Well, now you just went there for nothing, you know?
Right. Exactly. Now you're going to go compete with a rookie, right? Who might have just more raw talent. And you might be relegated to, you know, blitz pickups on third down and things like that. Like, which is, look, it is what it is. You know, this is the way the NFL goes. So I don't know if free agency going before or after would be better or worse. Because assuming you get the contract that you want, I mean, yeah, you know, you go get a 3-year deal and it's not that great. You still get paid for that contract at least, right? At least whatever the guarantees are. So I get it. I get both sides of it. I don't know that if it matters all that much to me, which comes first.
I think it definitely was on the it was one of those shows because it was like it also gives free agents to see how serious teams are about like the rebuild and like what direction they're trying to go in,
Yeah.
which makes sense.
Yeah, I agree.
But Eric Bieniemy back to Kansas City. He had left
Game
to go to the
changer.
Bears, but he goes back to Kansas City.
Game
I like
changer.
him. I think he's a good coordinator.
I think he's a great coordinator. They've had all of the success. Like when Mahomes could create magic, it was with Eric Bieniemy. So I don't know if it's because he brings a magic wand and he gives him the expialidocious treatment or what, but these were the years that Mahomes looked ridiculous, like superhuman. Not even like a scheme. It was just like he could run around backwards and throw the ball up like he's playing Madden. Caleb Williams, shout out to that.
I think they have the best coaching staff in the league.
I agree.
Hands down.
I agree.
With their defensive coordinator and Spags and Bieniemy on the offensive, and then you got Reed calling the shots as like the GM coach, like, and then you throw the quarterback, like, yeah.
Yep. They're going to be good for years to come, and them getting a top 10 pick sucks. So that sucks. You know, what are we going to do with that? Atlanta Falcons have given Baker Mayfield bulletin board material because he hates the head coach over there. It doesn't really matter. Like hearing the
he
Baker's
had his best years
pissed,
when they worked together in Minnesota.
Yeah, it's the way that he got left out. So Baker's tweet to him, some guy said, after Kevin Stefanski has failed in Cleveland or failed with Baker Mayfield or some shit, and then Baker tweeted out like, oh fuck, Kevin Stefanski, you guys still didn't even text me or like let me know when I got shipped out like a piece of garbage or some shit. Like, get over yourself, Baker. You have a contract now. Focus on the new team. Focus on the fact that you played yourself out of a playoff spot and a chance to compete this year. Focus on that. Stop focusing on all this other shit that happened 5 years ago. There's a team who still wants you to play good right now.
We're not children. You're not children. Like he's not his job to call and make sure like you're okay and you're going to land on your feet.
Right.
You're making millions of dollars. You're a grown ass man.
Right.
Like, you'll be fine.
Right. It's just, it's this thing.
Although,
Like, this is why I said constantly even throughout his good stretch this year, where people were like, "Oh, he's grit. He's got this, moxie." No, he's a fucking ass. Like, fuck him. He's trash. I've been saying it
although
forever.
Cleveland hasn't been the
Over.
same since they did trade him.
Yeah, sure. I get it. I understand, right? They brought in, Deshaun Watson, and that turned out to be
16 other quarterbacks.
the worst. So I don't disagree with you on that. And I don't think Stefanski is going to magically change the Falcons. Look, he was not good in Cleveland, regardless of the fact that he got coach of the year. He got coach of the year because they finally won a playoff game. Like,
right. All the Browns had to do was win 6 games, and the fucking whoever the coach
he's
was.
turned it around. He's turned it around. Like, it's just insane. It's insane. So all the moves that they're making over there in Atlanta couldn't be better. But bring in Matt Ryan to be president of football. Talk about a loser. Talk about a loser. So you want to put a loser in charge of your football? Okay, great. No problem. The guy only knows how to do is fucking lose at the biggest stage. Congratulations. Enjoy your mediocrity some more, Atlanta Falcons. I love it. I love it for the Falcons. All these moves are great. Could not be more happy with these moves.
Now, the next one was a bit of like I'm still kind of confused.
Yeah.
So he gets hired on the 20th, and then the next day, reports are that he's still interviewing for head coaching jobs in the league.
Right.
So, I mean, I get it. In the real world, us measly people that are making, scraps compared to them. I mean, I guess I could go work at store A, and then, well, my first day, if store B calls me and says, "Hey, we want to give you double your salary," I mean, I guess I could leave.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure they made him like the highest ever coordinator.
Yeah.
In like league history.
Yeah, I haven't heard much about it. I heard some people just saying it was timing. It was, well, he had the interview scheduled still with like Buffalo, I think. And then, he accepted the job here because he didn't think he was going to get the Buffalo job or something. I'm not sure. It doesn't sound like it's quite as unscrupulous as maybe Liam Cohen's was last year, but it is a little weird that, hey, you've accepted a job and you're still out there. Bowling kid, get the fuck out of here with that fucking trash ass shit. Nobody wants to hear about your hefty garbage bags today. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. Mike McDaniel, I'm a little upset he didn't come to the Bucks. That's the guy that I wanted, obviously, on the big board. I think he was the one that we wanted, but he decided that Justin Herbert is a little bit better for quarterback than Baker Mayfield. So I get it. Justin Herbert's going to be the one to help Mike McDaniel prove to everybody that he should be a head coach. We'll see what happens, but I think he's one and done in Los Angeles. I think he turns them around, gets them humming next year, and he's a head coach.
I think he's almost guaranteed. I think he's almost guaranteed to stay there because outside of Buffalo, do you really want to go work for the Raiders, the Browns, or the Cardinals?
No, you're right. Yeah, you're right. You're right about that. Yeah.
And the Bills are almost guaranteed to hire either Phillip Rivers or Brian Daboll at this point.
Phillip Rivers is as outrageous as when the Colts said they were signing Jeff Saturday to be the head coach there. You remember that short-lived couple-week period or whatever towards the end of the season a couple years ago? Phillip Rivers hasn't coached a day in the National Football League, and he's going to immediately come in to be a head coach? Really?
Bowling, there's no low-key about anything. Anybody would fucking be happy as shit to have Josh McDaniels as their OC. There's no low-key about that.
Right.
I think 31 teams in the NFL would be very happy with Josh McDaniels as their OC.
Right.
There's nothing,
Mike McDaniels.
There's nothing low-key about that.
Yeah. Who's Josh McDaniels? There is a Josh McDaniels, right?
Isn't he the fucking guy for New England Patriots?
Yeah. Oh,
That can't be a head coach, but it's one of the most
he's
smartest mind OCs.
He's tethered to New England, right? So he sold his soul to the Foxborough Devil. And the further he gets away from Foxborough, right, the more his powers shrink, right? His ability to be an insane coordinator coach just dwindle the further he gets away from Foxborough. It's insane. But while he's there, he's connected to the grid, and he's taking it all in. It's insane. Yeah. It's absolutely insane. But
it's like that scene in it's like that scene in Iron Man and Wolverine at the end where the guy's like getting all the
yeah.
energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like they're great. Him and New England are great together, but he gets away from New England. Fuck it. Like he can't do it. He just can't reach. He's always reaching. Oh man.
Now
Tennessee
this next
finds their
one,
head coach. This is
I like
interesting, right?
this.
Yeah.
I think I think he was wrong. I think he was in a very shitty situation. I think Rodgers got him fired.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
I think he goes to Tennessee. You saw what a likes of like Vrabel was able to do.
Yeah.
I think Saleh very much has the capability of being that Vrabel type coach, hold
Yep.
players accountable. You saw, I mean, it didn't end well for the 49ers again in the playoffs, but he's a very smart defensive coordinator. I think he's going to be able to build something there. Maybe not right away, but definitely within the next 2 to 3 years.
Yeah. Look, the 49ers, they're the biggest issue the 49ers have is not coaching, it's not player stuff, it's not drafting, it's not anything, it's staying healthy, right? For whatever reason, like when you're down to second string everywhere and third string mostly, it's pretty incredible that they got as far as they did. But yeah, obviously that stuff catches up to you pretty easily, pretty quickly. But Saleh's what he did with fourth string linebackers. I mean, he had linebackers that weren't playing in the NFL at the beginning of the season, starting in the divisional round of the playoffs this year.
Yeah.
So what he was able to do and kind of contain Philadelphia and others, like it's pretty remarkable. So I think he's going to be great. I think
And then you
Jets
go out there with
organization is a
Simmons,
joke.
like one of the best defensive players in the league.
Yep.
Yeah, they'll be fine. And they got some good draft capital this year.
Yep. They do.
They'll definitely be able to bring in some
quarterback.
free agents.
Yep, exactly. He'll bring in some talent.
Brand new stadium coming in.
Oh, do they really? I did not know that. This year?
They got a new stadium, new facilities. It's going to be like, I think that's thing players looked for. I mean, I can imagine that you'd want the top of the line, like treatment areas and stuff like that. I think that's things that people look for. I definitely can see, and Tennessee's it's a tourist place,
Oh yeah,
it's a place people want to be.
Absolutely.
So I could see that
Absolutely
turning around very quickly.
Yeah, from what I understand, like where they play, there's like a downtown area that's like super hopping for young people. So I could imagine young people. I sound like an old now. Oh my god, I am an old. The next one, look, I don't know any of these people. I don't know who the general head coach is.
All I know is the general manager and the head coach had a side-by-side photo, and they look like they could be identical twins.
Is that right? Are they really? John and Jeff over there look identical?
Yeah.
I saw the press conference, and the owner was like, we are so excited to have Jeff Halfley. I was like, this guy doesn't know who he hired either. All right, cool. We're all in the same boat. None of us know. Nobody knows. So,
well, I mean,
fantastic
in his defense, everybody in Florida is like 70 years old and retired. So he probably does, he probably is like looking at his watch and he's like thinking about how he's almost late for bingo.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, exactly. The Dolphins. Oh boy. So so Detroit
has hired someone. Cool.
Yeah, Detroit has switched OCs, so they brought in the Cardinals offensive coordinator for the past 3 seasons. If I was a Lions fan, I would be so mad right now. I would be so pissed off. This is the guy we're gonna go get. Oh man, I think the only person that should be happy about this is they got
anybody
a
in the
tight
NFC
end.
North.
They got a stud tight end right over there. Like other than that, right? What's this guy's name? I forget. Sam Laporta.
Yeah.
If I was Sam Laporta, I'd be happy. I'd be like, well, this guy knows how to run an offense through a tight end. Outside of that, what the fuck? I don't know. I'm not that happy from Detroit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm interested in seeing what happens. Montgomery's more than likely gone. He made it very clear on his tweets or his X's that he's maybe it's still tweets on X. I don't know. But he made it very, very clear that he's frustrated. Kind of made his goodbye post.
Sonic and Knuckles no more. What say you, Bowling? What say you, Sonic and Knuckles no more?
It's just another Philly thing. There's just too many mouths to feed, and then like egos get in it, and they think that on 4th and 3 or 4th and 2, their number is supposed to be called, and when the person whose number is called didn't fulfill the mission, it's like, well, I would have gotten that done, and then so it's gonna be interesting to see what happens with Cardinals. I mean, when Brissett was there, it's just their defense couldn't stop anybody.
Yeah, I agree. He found ways to move the ball. And look, you start out the year thinking you're going to have this mobile quarterback who can kind of, get out of the pocket. So maybe you got a bunch of plays that are designed to, move your quarterback to the left and the right. And then you get stuck with Jacoby Brissett, who's a fucking statue, right? And then you're like, well, shit,
Right.
I got to rewrite my playbook. So maybe he did as best he could with what he had, maybe.
And let's be honest. Let's go down the checklist. Quarterback, better in Detroit.
Oh, yeah.
Wide receiving crew, better in Detroit. Running backs. Wait, do they even have any running backs in Arizona at the end of the year? Better in Detroit.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Offensive line, better in Detroit.
Yeah, all pros
So, you know what I'm saying?
in every category.
I think-
Yeah. I agree.
I
agree.
I think I think they'll be fine. It's just you've had like what you went from having like the best OC who's now in your rival team doing good things, getting them to the playoffs, to some guy who was down in Arizona. So
I agree. We'll have to see how it plays out for Detroit, but I wouldn't be all that excited. You know who I would be excited if I was a fan of? If I was a New York Giants fan, I think I'd be pretty pumped about signing John Harbaugh. Obviously, that's a big one.
This is the hiring
Houston.
of the year for I think the whole offseason. Any team. I think this was the hire.
Yep.
This was the big fish that everybody wanted to land. You know what? His daddy told him to go to New York, so he went to New York. I don't know if you watched the press conference.
I did not.
But John was like his dad called him like minutes after the news of getting fired from Detroit, from Baltimore. Said, "Hey, that New York job looks pretty good. I think you should look at some film." He looked at film, said he liked what he saw. This verbally agreed. Then it took felt like months, but it was like really like 5 days to finally get it in writing that Joe Shane wasn't, the person he reported to. He reported directly to, and then went in the press conference and said, that was just, that's not a big thing. You guys are making it a bigger thing than it really. No, motherfucker. It took you 5 days. You weren't signing if Joe Shane was the person you reported to. Obviously, it's a big deal.
He went into the Mara's office, right? He went in and said, look, I will come coach your football team. I will try. If that fuck who shipped off Saquon Barkley out of your organization has any say anymore, I am not coming. Yeah. I will not be here. Like that's, I wanted to see the hard knocks of that.
And then decisions to sign Daniel Jones to a bigger contract than Saquon,
Right.
Let's see, the person who decided to sign Darius Slayton to a 3-year, $12 million a year, $36 million, 12 a year contract, who dude can't catch a fucking ball. Yeah, if he's making decisions around this team, I don't want to be here.
I mean, look, $12 million for a starting caliber receiver is not bad. The only challenge is that Slayton's not really
can't catch the ball.
Receiver. Yeah. I was gonna say, you think you're getting a deal because you think Slayton could at least be like a starting caliber, not a superstar. Just get out there, play hard every play, know his routes, know how to block, do that type of stuff. Nah, he can't do that. Like Wan'Dale Robinson at $12 million, I think would be a pretty good deal. I think that would be one
sure.
we'd all be excited about. He's probably going to command a little bit more, sadly, but we'll see.
A lot of people are bashing the idea of bringing Robinson in. If we can bring Robinson in to be the slot guy, you saw what he was able to do this year. Obviously, his targets went way up because he was thrusted into the wide receiver 1 position.
Yep.
But if we can go out with that number 5 pick as the Giants and get a stud wide receiver in that first round, have him be wide receiver 2 behind Neighbors, and then Robinson in the slot, we're good. And then,
I agree.
With the hiring of Harbaugh, there's already been reports that with Isaiah likely being a free agent, and then Tyler Lindenbaum, who's supposed to be the best center in the league, reports of some of those good players on the Ravens who want to follow Harbaugh. This team, I'm not trying to be like that guy. Oh yeah, I mean, I did that last year. I'm being realistic. Looking at the schedule, there's a chance to win 8 or 9 games this year. You get some of that talent. This isn't going to be an overnight just because we signed John Harbaugh. It's going to be a 2 or 3 year build, but he's the guy. He's already in there making big decisions, changing position roles for players, for staff that have been there for 30 years.
Yep.
He's getting some of that stink out of the building. He's already making some of those tough calls. So this is the hiring of the year for me.
I agree, without a shadow of a doubt. This is one. Welcome in there, Wapo. Yes, Mike McCarthy is the new Steelers head football coach. We did talk a little bit about that earlier, and Yins should be very happy up there in Pittsburgh. Think he'll be okay for a
I
couple
think,
years for
yeah, I
sure.
think that hiring is great just because of the state of that division.
Yeah,
Like it's,
I agree.
the Browns. I don't know what they're waiting for. They let all the fish go, and or like what are they doing? Trying to hire the goldfish? Like they're anybody who goes there, it's going to be out of like this was like the last guy. It's like the last guy picked for dodgeball. Like I really don't want you, but like you're all that we had left. So come on, be our coach.
Yep, basically. Bowling, how dare you talk about New Jersey that way? How dare you talk about the Meadowlands? Oh, man. That's pretty funny. Yeah. Oh, he'll survive. Don't you worry about Harbaugh. He'll survive. He will take it. But yeah, the New York media is, look, they expect you to win, and they expect you to win now. So, like you said, if you win 8 or 9 games, if that doesn't come with the division title, that'll be a big problem. But the good news is the Eagles are in free fall. The Commanders,
it's fun watching that.
We don't know what we're going to get there. Like, Jaden Daniels really has a lot to prove in year 3, that he's not just RG3 all over again, where you had one good rookie year and then injuries, derail you. And then obviously the Cowboys are the Cowboys. Like, their fans are going to tell us it's their year. Guess what? It's always their year, but we will have to see. So, speaking of the Commanders, they've promoted promoted the assistant quarterback coach to be the offensive coordinator. I don't think I care anything about that. All right, yeah, that's fine. No. Your team has to stay healthy in order for you to compete. We get that. So,
I was gonna say, let's just touch on some of the names we actually do know, because I don't know half of these like coordinators being promoted or whatever. So
I agree.
McDermott being fired was a shock.
Yep.
It was more of a shock because he got fired and everybody else in the office seemed to got promoted. When I get it, they're going off of years of frustration, but like anybody who watched that game knows like that was all like Josh Allen's fault. Like, yeah, right. Josh Allen got them back into the game, but he should never have should never have had to get back into the game.
Correct.
What was it? 3 or 4 interceptions?
The fumble that he had right before the end of the half that gave them a quick score. Points. Stupid. Like, you can't have it. Right? When I saw that, I was like, what the fuck? You can't. But then the magical throws too. Like, look, that's the roller coaster that is Josh Allen sometimes. The coach needs to reel him back in. So, like, I understand their reasoning. Like, we fired him for that. The real problem that I have, though, is that even with all of the things that they had to overcome and do and this, that, and the other, had the fucking refs got the call on the field right. Like,
they'd be playing this weekend.
They're playing this weekend, and he's still the head coach. That's my problem with that. That's my problem. So yeah, all of those other things. He did clutch up. He threw a fucking dime, Wapo. Like, tell me you don't watch football without telling me you don't watch football. He threw the best fucking pass of the season by any quarterback when it mattered most. Josh Allen said, "I'm from Krypton, bitch." Wow! That ball hit fucking bam! Like this. Control! Knee on the goddamn ground! It was so stupid! And then the same fucking thing happens to Matthew fucking Stafford, and they call it a completed catch because he's Devontae Adams and not Brandon Cooks. Because he's a big name and not another. It's fucking stupid how awful this was. Like, so, yeah, with Josh Allen throwing for interceptions and fumbles and everything, when it mattered most, when all the chips were in, Josh said, let me hit this 80-yard throw on a fucking dime, and boom. It was so bad. It was just, it's pathetic. And the fact that they don't even look at it,
I think that was the biggest thing. I think that was the biggest thing. The coach called timeout, hoping that they would then during commercial break look at it, and they just didn't.
Right. So I get you need a fall guy. Like, I get that the Bills are like, look, McDermott, we got to fire him. We got to get rid. I get it, but like.
But then to go out and have that shit show of a press conference.
Yeah, it was just It tells me that the owner is grasping at straws here. I think the owner made an emotional decision to get rid of Sean McDermott. And I think that's he should have waited. Should have waited and really looked at it and said, okay, is this actually Sean's fault? Give me fucking 72 hours to like actually figure this shit out before you just immediately like cut the cord. Like, is it actually his fault? Is it not? Like McDermott didn't turn the ball over 4 times. McDermott didn't make a shit call in the field. There's so much to it. I don't know. I get it, but I don't get it. I understand it. It makes a lot of sense, but it makes no sense. It's literally the way the Bills operate. It's great, but it's awful. It's so weird.
Yeah.
It is so weird. I don't know. Anyway, sorry. I could get on a diatribe about that, man. But yeah, look, Josh can't turn the ball over 4 times. That's also true. But also, what quarterback in the league, when the fucking chips are on the line, throws a fucking 50-yard dot like he did? I mean, oh man, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Let's touch on anything that affects our divisions real quick, and then get into the games if you don't mind.
I mean, yeah. So yeah, we already talked. We hired 2 new people here, so we fired 2 new people. Okay, great. Where's the rest of the Giants stuff?
No, Giants are done.
Oh, okay. They're all done. Look at that. Yeah, we saw. Oh, these guys fired. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so we're kind of touching on old stuff.
Yeah, this is all people who got canned. This is all the firings.
So pretty much, the Cleveland Browns, the Raiders, and the Cardinals are left for job openings, and the Bills.
Yes.
So, but I think the Bills will probably be filled here the next like 3 days. It'll probably be, like I said, it'll be Phillip Rivers or Daboll. That's my guess. And then it's going to be a shitstorm to fill out those last 3 teams with the Browns, Raiders, and Cardinals.
It will be. That'll be interesting. I'm curious to see if they keep Joe Brady up there in Buffalo. Like maybe, right? Isn't he? I think he's the OC right now. Maybe he gets promoted, and it might be.
Maybe.
You never know. You never know. A lot of emotional nonsense going on in Buffalo, though. That's for sure. That's for absolutely.
I did see. I think Daboll's interviewing with the Raiders, so that would be interesting. I don't know how that would. I don't see that partnership being a successful one. But
I mean, look, whoever gets the Raiders job is getting Fernando Mendoza, right?
Yeah.
Who
it worked with Dart. You know, him and Dart were successful.
Yeah, I guess so. Young guy kind of moves.
Yeah.
Get in there. Aaron Rodgers. I think Aaron Rodgers.
You have Powers. You have Genty.
Rodgers is done, my dude. Rodgers is done. Dude's cooked. Never been any good.
Maybe comes back. If he does, I would almost guarantee that it would be for one last year. That's it.
I have heard that he has two potential landing spots, and it's either back in Pittsburgh, which I think is so unlikely now that Matt McCarthy's there. I think their relationship soured, and unless everybody got it wrong, the media got it wrong, which is possible because they get Aaron Rodgers wrong from time to time because Aaron Rodgers is not exactly forthcoming with information. It's possible, right, that maybe their relationship is just fine and he does go back to Pittsburgh, or he's up in Minnesota. He goes up to Minnesota,
through the Brett Favre finale.
Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, who knows, right? Like that's what I've been told because him and Kevin O'Connell, right, good friends. Like they vacation together and other things. That's what I've heard. Is that?
But hey, did you know there are football games on today?
I did know that there are football games on today. So let's take a look at them. Can we bring them up a little bit bigger here? So the first game that starts at about 3:00, I believe, right, is the Patriots. New England Patriots traveling all the way out to Denver, Colorado. To take on the Broncos. Oh man, this is going to be a heck of a game here. Let's take a look at what this looks like here. Let's take a look at the bets, the betting lines, and all that good stuff.
Last I looked, the Patriots are favored. They still are.
Yeah, Patriots are definitely favored right here. So Pats are favored by 3.5. Money line sitting at 170 for the Broncos. Plus 170 as the underdogs. I don't know. Who do you like here? Best defense in the league. Second best defense in the league, I guess, going against the high-flying New England Patriots offense.
And my 2 parlays, which I think you got, right?
Yep.
All right. Yeah, they will resemble my picks here. I got the Patriots winning here. I do have the under. I think the Broncos are going to have a hard time scoring today. If it hits the over, it's because the Patriots somehow found a way to put up a lot of points. I can't see the Broncos scoring more than 10 or 13 points today. I know Stidham has played before in the league. He's never played in an AFC championship with the right to go to the Super Bowl after not playing in a full calendar year. So you're telling me your first meaningful football is coming in the AFC championship Give me the Patriots. They've been gelling. They've been playing together for a full season. They're not just throwing a quarterback in there. And isn't Drake May up for the MVP? I'm pretty sure.
He's in the running. People are talking about it. People are talking about it. So, yeah,
give me the Patriots under 43.5 points. And yeah, I think they cover the spread as well. So Patriots across the board.
Interesting. So I have a really hard time saying this, but here's what I will say. I've got a bet on the Patriots. I've got a bet on the Broncos. Because
covering your bases.
I just don't, and it's stupid. Don't do that. It's a waste of money. Pick one that pick your gut and go with it. But here's the problem. I saw this clip at the beginning of the football season. I don't know if you saw it. It was this mentalist person that they hired. He's a famous mentalist. He goes on all like the daytime talk shows and things like that. But they bring him in, and he's to the Rams organization. Do you know what I'm talking about? Have you seen it?
I think I know the guy, but not the clip.
Okay, so yeah, they bring in the famous guy, and he comes in. He's talking with everybody, and he's like, so we're going to predict the score. I want you guys to envision this. So he ends up like predicting scores and this whole clip, right? And he's like, okay, you stand up, you stand up, you stand up, you close your eyes, all this stuff. So basically, what he does have happen is he ends up predicting that Matthew Stafford will call upon Devontae Adams, who has written down the score of 23-14 in his hand, while Matthew Stafford throws the ball randomly to anybody in the room, happens to throw it to Kyron Williams, happens to throw it to Kobe Durant. Guess what number Kobe Durant is? 14. Guess what number Kyron Williams is? 23. 23-14. Broncos lose to the Rams in the Super Bowl. That's what he called at the beginning of the offseason. So something about this just screams to me that the Broncos are going to win.
The Broncos and the Rams.
Broncos and the Rams. So I've got a parlay for that to happen, and I've got a parlay for them to be in the Super Bowl, and I've got all these things. So I'm building upon this narrative and this storyline, mainly because this game is so fucking uninteresting, because Jared Stidham is probably going to go out there and do nothing. He's going to look like a backup quarterback. Or he's going to come out like Nick the Big Dick Foles and put it on the Patriots, right?
Yeah, Nick Foles went to the Super Bowl, backup quarterback.
Do you remember the last time the Broncos hosted an AFC championship game against the New England Patriots and their backup quarterback was starting? Do you remember how that game went?
Tebow, right?
No. Brock Osweiler was the starting quarterback for the Denver Broncos for the remainder of the season in the 2015 Super Bowl run. And then he goes down and gets hurt. And who has to step up and carry the load? One little Peyton Manning past his prime carrying them. I mean, come on. I know Manning, he had the plantar fasciitis, he was hurt, but technically Brock started more games for them that year, so he was the starter, Broncos lights might get Drake, really. Bright lights get to Drake May? Oh my God. You think Drake May is going to be intimidated by the bright lights? Oh, man.
No.
Oh, man.
I don't think his coaching staff have him prepared for today
They're ready.
Yeah.
Drake May's a baller. Imagine if I missed that comment. Sorry, Bowler. Imagine if Dak and Burrow got into. Yeah, I mean, imagine if Joe Burrow didn't have to score 50 points a game to win. I agree with you. Dak, we've seen him with good defenses. I ain't all that impressed. But yeah, I would love to see the don't have to score 50 a game to win. That would be insane for the Burrow. But time will tell.
For sure.
So I don't know.
So yeah.
I look, it's a pick'em game to me. I know it says 3.5 and all that other shit. It's a pick'em. I also like the under. I could absolutely see this game being 16-3, just like it was with the Chargers a couple weeks ago with the Patriots. So
for sure.
I don't think they have to do a lot to win, but we'll see.
Well, I mean,
never know. Sean Payton's a dirty fucking cheater too. So what are we gonna do?
Yeah, but I can't get on the Broncos for I think I messaged you. It's like a team that was outscored 32-0 into the fourth quarter against the Giants. Yeah, they came back because the Giants shit the bed and let up 33 points to beat the Giants 33-32.
Right.
If we're gonna get that against a good New England team, you're not gonna win the game. you're not going to score 33 in the fourth against New England.
Right.
So,
Right.
you know,
Right.
yeah,
That's what I'm saying. This is why, I mean, you'll see in my parlays too. Like I think they're going to wear this Denver defense out. I do. I think they've got two good backs and an offensive line is going to be really hungry here. That's why I'm saying like 16-3, it's still a dominant game. Time of possession, 45 minutes, New England Patriots, right? This is what I'm saying.
Like Serpent said, they just played a better defense in Houston,
right.
who was arguably the best defense in the league this year.
Boy, that snow game was wild too. Fucking turnover. I mean, they were fucking flipping apple turnovers like it was nuts out there. It was wild. It was absolutely wild. So we know.
This next game.
Wapo, we know. We know. One, you haven't watched football in 7 years. We get it. You're an MSFer for life. All you can do is focus on learning kits and making content. We get it. It's you and the MSF God together. Y'all are doing your thing. We get it. We get it. That's why we're
Donovan
here.
McNabb's in the league.
Right. We're here to educate. No, he remembers Byron Leftwich, quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's when Wapo was a fan of the Steelers way back when, with old Byron Leftwich and I forget the other guy's name too. But yeah, those guys. We get it. Oh man. But look, some of us have been focused on football for years. You know? That made three tutties on that Houston. Yeah, he did. He absolutely did. That fucking dime that he threw to Keyshawn Booty in the end zone with the one-handed catch. That was a fucking dime. I looked at that and I said, Baker can never do that. Damn it. How did we miss on that? We signed Baker Shitfield to a fucking contract, but we couldn't draft this guy? Oh my God.
Some Cordell Stewart action out there.
There you go. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Cordell Stewart. Yeah. I saw you Googling it too. Don't even lie. I saw it. You see the chat? He was over there like, he's over there. You know, what are you doing? You're Googling that shit.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And this next game has me baffled. The fact that like Seahawks are getting so much love. Do that people not watch football? I mean, are we all like Wapo out here? Like, I mean, the Ravens. Here I am. The Seahawks lost the first game. Then it took a 2-point conversion in overtime to beat them the second time.
The backwards fumble, pass, oopsies, didn't catch it, but is it? Didn't know, you know? Yeah, the Booty and Dixie. Yeah, exactly. I agree with you. Look, I'm not a Pats fan, Umbros, but I could appreciate good football. I'll tell you that right now. Not, you know, if you're a Pats fan, then that was probably even better. But man, May's a guy, and he's going to be good for long. But this Seahawks team, do we trust Sam Darnold? This is the biggest game of his career. Like, the Rams defense are not going to go out there and start third stringers like the fucking 49ers did last week, right?
And I was watching.
What are we talking about here? I was
watching Good Morning Football on NFL Network yesterday, and it was like all the storyline's going to be for the next 2 weeks is how if the Seahawks find a way to win today, is how is Sam Darnold going to mess up the Super Bowl? How is Sam Darnold like? They were like, it doesn't matter what Sam Darnold does, people will always remember him as a Jet and like the ghosts on the field and all that. The other guy
he
was
wins
like,
the Super Bowl. He changes the narrative. He wins the Super Bowl.
Do you not remember what happened in Minnesota though last year?
Right.
People are just waiting for that to come out, and
I agree.
I think it's more of what I like about the Rams that I think what we're focusing on Darnold too much. I think the Rams are just a better football team all around. Like. Do we not forget that their last matchup was like for who was going to be, the division winner? Like,
right. I get it. I got the Rams here too. I got the Rams handily. There's no part of me that likes the Seahawks. Sorry, JD. JD didn't even get up to watch the show because he knew we were going to shit all over the Seahawks. JD knew we were going to shit all over, up, down, left, right over the Seahawks today. But the Seahawks have a great defense, and they're healthy, and they're clicking at the right time. So I don't expect this to be a huge blowout. Like I don't really see one side or the other, but this is one where I could literally see
the last possession,
right? Like each of the defenses I think are so good that they might just be gassed at the end. Like this might end up being 38-34 and the over goes way under, or this will end up being, 17-16 type game where the defense just come and clamp down on people. So we'll see. You're a Pats fan. You've been hearing it and seeing everyone hyped on Stidham. As the next Nick the Big Dick Foles. Yeah, we love it, right? Yeah. Well, look, Umbros. I've got a lot of friends in the Boston area as well who are talking dynasty already. So it goes twofold. Some people they're already talking about how the Pats are back and we got to deal with it for the next 15 years. Can they win one before we talk about winning two? Can they win two before we talk about winning three? Can they win three before we talk about winning four? Can we just look? Pats are very good. Pats are very, very good. Yeah. I hope they beat the shit out of that cheating ass fuck Sean Payton. Fuck Sean Payton. So I hope they do. I hope they win by 1 billion. But let's keep it in the realm of everything. Oh man, the passion. Oh, appreciate that. Yeah. Look, this is what we do. It's what we do. We love talking football. But yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, I'm on the Rams.
Just to let you guys know that we're not just talking out our ass. I mean, sometimes we do. But my parlays today, when we bring those up, will very much represent my picks here today. Like, I got my money where my mouth is on these games. Yeah, I think we're in for a good. I think we're in for two good games today.
Then let's stop making people wait. Let's just jump right in. Let's take a look and see what you got here.
This is the second one. Go over to the other one. Just so it's. There we go. The first game of the day. I got Drake May throwing for 240. I got Travion Henderson getting involved. That's the part that scares me is because it's a two-back system there. But I think Travion Henderson is very much going to be the back of the future.
Break that in one run. He could break that one run. I saw him break that in one run 6 times in Tampa. He could break that in one run. One run.
The scary part with that is it's always just in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
He's got 15 yards going into the fourth quarter. He'll end the game with 115.
That's it. That's it. Dude's a beast.
Kayshon Boutte, he'll have easily 25 yards today. Stephon Diggs, he'll have 50 today. And Drake May, he's going to go for another 2 touchdowns.
I like it. This is probably the easiest, safest bet I've seen for sure. I do like it. I'm tailing this one. I'm putting this one in here in just a second. As soon as I can get logged back into DraftKings, I'm putting that one in. I like that one a lot. Give it to me. Give it to me.
I did a little 8-piece here. I got Stafford throwing for 300.
Oh,
I got Williams.
Like that.
Yeah. No, he's got three amazing weapons. Yeah.
He does. Yeah, he does.
You know how many yards he has against the Seahawks this year in 2 games? He's gone ape shit against the Seahawks when they play.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I got Kerryon Williams going for 50 yards. Kenneth Walker, as he's the only back they have right now, he's going for 70. I got Cooper Kupp getting 25. JSN, he'll still have his day because he's JSN. He'll have 70. Devontae Adams will catch the ball because that's what he does. He doesn't get intercepted. He'll have 40 yards. Puka Nacua will have 70. And Matt Stafford's going to throw for 2 touchdowns. 1 to Puka, 1 to Adams.
Digging it right in. Just digging it right in. Boy, last week it was rough, okay? Because let's be honest here. If the Bills win, I'm in a lot happier mood. We hit a lot. We hit a lot off the Bills win last week. Ooh. Then you parlay that into Monday night. If that's a touchdown instead of an interception from Carson Beck,
you're on a
and
yacht
we didn't talk
right
about that. That was like a 5K swing. Right? We didn't even get into that. Into that. I had so much riding on them winning. Oh my God. I mean, not really. The odds were so great, so it was a chance to win a lot. It wasn't like a love loss. But anyway. But yeah, I like this a lot. So Kenneth Walker is interesting. I don't know if I like 70 there. I don't know if I like 70. I feel like 50 is a better number. If I do this, I'm going to ride with Kenneth Walker at 50. I'm not going to lie. That's a little high.
He's the only back. He doesn't have Charbonnet chewing some yards away from him.
That's true, but they might be down a lot. They might, I don't know. I don't know if they're running, especially against that front. I don't know if I'm running. I don't know. Granted, Allen had 5. Oh, Buffalo. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. On that vaunted defense. That's a good point. It's a good point. Ambrose brings up a good point. Josh Allen did. They did put up 30. That was a good point.
With lesser wide receivers, one would say.
That's true. Yeah, very true. Very, very true. All right, I got a couple parlays myself. We'll dig into them. This is a couple ones right here. So this is super safe. This is your safest parlay that you're gonna see across the board. This is it. This is your safe. Take it to the bank if you just want to make a couple bucks and that's it. Puka at 50, JSN at 50. Take that to the bank, right? They're gonna wake up with 50 yards, right? You went 70. So I mean, like I said, I went safe. I also went with Diggs and Sutton. Give me all the number one wide receivers to go for 50 plus. This is my 50 deal. You know, this is it. This is it. So, but it's super safe. This is not going to make you a bunch of money, but it'll make you a little bit of money. Maybe a little bit of money.
Well,
so
it's negative 300 plus 300, so it's about even, right?
Exactly. It's, you know, pretty much a 1-to-1. You know, all right, no big deal. I like that one. We didn't go ham on it, but we're safe. I call it staying positive. We're going to use that to stay positive. Logical Pats fan, Demergy should keep them. Yeah, I agree. I agree with you. I don't see it being a blowout. I really don't. I took the quarterbacks and I said, let's lower it down a little bit again. Let's do 220, 220, 220, 220. So 220 across the board. I think 220 is aspirational for Stidham. I worry that Stidham's going to get to 220. I really do. I really, really worry about that. I feel like they're just going to run the ball a lot, like just keep handing the fuck, give him the rock, you know. But you know me, I like my themes. So I said 220. Let's get a little aggressive here. This keeps the odds well. So if this one hits, you know, we'll be all right. We'll be all right. Then we get into a couple hopiums. So this is definitely what I would like to say is a little hopium right here. So if that game up in Seattle does happen to get a little rowdy, wild, right? Back, forth, touchdown, here, bam, bam. Give me JSN in the end zone. Give me Shaheed in the end zone. Give me Kyron Williams in the end zone. Give me Devontae Adams. And give me Puka. All the stars got to show up and show out. And look, like I said, this is hopium. This is a big one. This is a big one.
Hey, all you need is like 3 of these, and you should get a little, payout option.
I agree with you. I agree. Yeah, we will see. We'll definitely see what happens here. But as it gets closer, especially if it's like Shaheed's probably the least likely to happen. I stake the singles here.
I don't know. He can take one back from on a kickoff or a punt return.
Literally, like he could go from anywhere, right? That's why they got him. They need him to show up in big time. So, yeah, I'm with you, Umbros. Look, when my team's playing, I don't want to see no fucking close scores. When my team's not playing, I want it to be close and I want it to be back and forth and all that shit. But when my team's playing, the only way that I'm happy watching is if I'm up 50-0 after the first quarter. That's it. I want to see 50-0. All they do is get sacked every fucking play, fumbles, interceptions, yada, yada. I'm with you. That's exactly where I'm at. The minute they do anything good, I'm like, oh, we're giving it up. They're coming back. It's fucking ridiculous. So, yeah, give me that one. That's, like I said, that's a little hopium one. This one also, this is a smaller version of that here, but look, this is it. Look, there's going to be a couple things that happen here. Ramondre Stevenson, guaranteed to score a touchdown. Take it to the bank. Look, you see Vrabel doing the little I don't even know what that thing is. I don't even know what that is. What is he doing? Vrabel doing the thing to Douglas last week? Oh, we need more of that. So let's go ahead and see him get his ass in the end zone. And then, you know what? Jarrett Stidham, show off your legs. Get one in when the score's, 26-0 and just run one in, get yourself a little highlight. Be happy that, you stayed competitive and relevant inside of a championship game. Run one in yourself, Stidham. You know what I mean? Nobody expect that from you. Nobody will see it coming. So, yeah, this is where we're at. This is where we're at. These are my parlays that I put in here for today. So we will see. I'm sure you were. Yeah, I always want my division rivals too. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Sorry to Josh. Unfortunate. Yeah. I hear the sarcasm and the little playfulness in the voice already, bro. So sorry, Josh. Couldn't get back there. My bad. We were supposed to meet in the AFC Championship, So sorry. I love it.
Yeah, this has been good. There's some really good games. I'm looking forward to it. If you are new here, I think I saw a few new faces. Exclamation Discord. We are off next week. We will be back for the Super Bowl. Yep. That should be a jam-packed show with some new hires, some storylines, and then the picks and the parlays, maybe squares or 2.
Oh yeah, definitely some squares. Definitely some squares. Look, I'm gonna be doing some research in the next 2 weeks. I got to figure out the draft shit. So, time to start paying attention to college football for me. Now that it's all over with, don't have to actually watch any of those shit games. Now we can actually get back and see maybe who the Bucks are gonna be interested in taking. But we'll have to see. So I'll be learning a little bit about that. We'll have to figure that out. So,
but yeah, we're exclamation Discord. Follow us there. We just hit over 100 followers, so thank you for that. We're 8 away from 110, so that's always good.
Thank you. Yep. We're over 100. Look at that. That's a milestone mark. Thank you. We appreciate that, chat. Appreciate y'all hitting that follow button. Thank you.
Well, we're 3 games away, 2 today and the Super Bowl. So not much football left to talk about. And then for us bottom of the barrel football teams, the real fun begins of the rebuilds. So yeah, stay tuned, and we'll probably be back.
Wait,
Well, we definitely
2027
be
already?
back.
You weren't talking about the Bucks. Sorry, I was like, man, because
No.
you know, I mean, we're not rebuilding until next year after we get rid of everybody. For some reason, we're running it back with. Anyway, you know what? We got to go. We don't got time to get into all this. We do not have time for this shit. And I'd prefer to be happy today. So let's go make some fucking money and watch some good
Yep.
football. Hopefully,
We'll see you in 2 weeks for the Super Bowl.
see.
Thanks for rolling with the squad today. Smack Talk crew, y'all paid the way. From hot takes to racks, we chase y'all brought by, now clear the place. We ride with the chat, we vibe with the picks, we roast bad calls and we drop those clips. SST out, you will be back. Next week's slate, let's run it back. Well,